Today, we'll be discussing the various styles of management between men and women. The saying goes that men change the world, while women improve it. There's something to it, I agree. The thing is that a woman organizes the world. She's inclined to bring it all together, make it more convenient, more comfortable, just as she wants to do in her home. This is how she sees the world. Not so far, man. He bursts through. He needs to change the world. He uses hard pushes and invasive interventions that are rather extreme. Women, as a rule, don't operate like that, thus making them better suited to manage the world. They actually have to work together. We know that in every family, the wife quietly commands and the husband carries it out. And if he doesn't, then it's not a family. This isn't the way things work. If a man understands this, then it's good. The Torah writes about what was said to Abraham: do what Sarah tells you. This is right. I believe this is how we should educate people. 40 years ago, the Xerox company conducted a massive research in the area of sales over who's better at selling, men or women. Turns out that women are better as salespeople than men. From that point on, the company changed their attitude toward women, becoming more loyal to them. The research involved close to 3,000 people, managers, identifying in them certain characteristics and differences typical of men and women, and their strengths and weaknesses. The first one was leadership, the strong side. Men are interested in the official recognition of their power. Absolutely. They force the issue, thus frequently achieving high career goals and levels of compensation compared to women. Women are more concerned with the internal processes, just as you've been saying. It's important to them that the work proceeds according to their plan, paying less attention to who's in the official leadership role. Let the men have it. The disadvantages are, pursuing their personal ambitions, men are less loyal to their companies. Women are often as power-hungry as men are, but they frequently lack the decisiveness in the power struggle for the supervisor's seat. This is to be expected. A woman, by nature, is less confrontational. She seeks peace. She's ready to compromise for the sake of the environment, the company that she works for, her job, etc. A man can destroy everything in his pursuit of power, while this kind of attitude is completely unnatural for a woman. What is natural for a woman is to be willing to do all kinds of sacrifices, but not for men. In general, I don't know how to put it. Women are preferable in all cases. The only place where men's qualities are preferred are in the army. And even there, not in the plan's development. I would bring women there too. Into the development of military plans. This isn't being implemented right now, but I believe it to be necessary. In the end, I don't see where men are preferable to women, except for hard execution. The second factor is the locus of control based on gender. Scientists came to realize that with age, men rely on their experience. Men have an internal locus of control, thus a higher self-esteem than women, who pay more attention to their image and the opinion of others. They bring an example of a school principal who has gathered teachers, parents, and counselors to find a solution to a problem a school was facing as a group. Right, men have a more forceful approach. The weakness in such an approach, self-reliance, makes men less flexible. Of course, and leads men to overconfidence, while a woman is more vulnerable due to the external locus of control. So in business, the call is for being tough, thus causing the women in high power positions to adopt men's qualities, leading to constant juggling of personal life with work responsibilities. The main thing is the environment. If the environment understands that they're better off with a woman manager than with a man, then they all win as a result. Everyone. The next factor is the internal corporate processes. A businessman creates a team. Yeah. Men are more goal-oriented. They value co-workers who are more efficient and bring better results. A female boss creates a family. She feels the group moral, values the comfort of the group. A woman has a more developed emotional intellect for creating such an atmosphere. The weaknesses are, a man can cause lower productivity due to his poor ability to personally relate to each team member, while a woman is frequently more concerned about what is happening in the team. How do we bring it all to balance? Yeah. You're asking for a lot. We can't even make it work in a family. In family relationships, not to mention the workplace, and today's mixed teams. To make it work, we need a group of wise people that understand the nature of men and women. When they discuss all of this together, they rise above their egos. There are no personal gender relations in anything, but only the work as pure psychologists. How can they unite among themselves in the middle line? Neither male nor female, but in the middle. The middle line is the most effective, correct possible cooperation of these two lines. This isn't easy. You have to work on it all the time. You can't just execute it once and be done. Thus, the group needs a person or two, or even better, a designated couple that constantly maintains such relationships in the group. Mutual completion of the inner aspirations, decisions, male and female approaches. Otherwise, it won't be truly effective. The next factor is money-earning strategy. A male manager is less patient by nature and expects quick returns here and now. Therefore, he's willing to risk something, use creative approaches to advance the business. A female manager frequently makes more thought-through, conservative decisions. She thinks more strategically and long-term. The minuses in this are, men, due to their need to take risks, are more susceptible to making rash decisions and incur sizable financial losses. But they enjoy risk-taking. The risk carries a certain reward with it. I can lose, but I took a risk, acted on it. A woman, according to her nature, has to be thoughtful about her actions. She must be caring. This is the main thing for stability. Keeping stability for today and for the future. Men don't have it. The main thing for them is to jump ahead. This is why they break through. They break through, true. Both of these approaches are correct, but their mutual complementing is a problem for our society. The fifth factor is communication specifics. Between them, men are great public speakers. They inspire the masses. A woman wins in close encounters. A woman is better at reading the nonverbal cues of other people. She has good listening skills and is more empathetic to people's issues. Minuses: men pay almost no attention to details. Therefore, they frequently lose their arguments due to things that were obvious. Women have the external locus of control, thus they scrutinize too much about what others think of them. A man doesn't see. He doesn't see what's right in front of him. He doesn't read the faces or notice different kinds of behavior, something that the woman sees and absorbs, orienting herself accordingly, while a man doesn't see it. In regular life, this woman's ability is simply astounding to feel the surroundings. Just like an animal that comes out for hunting, that is able to feel with its entire body the surrounding environment. This is how a woman is like, but not a man. He's goal-oriented, focused on reaching the end result, not noticing anything besides it. You can't change a person, you can't change one's qualities. One can only correct one's egoism. We help people to rise above their egoistic nature, above their qualities, while men remain men and women remain women. All that we have to do is understand how to correctly bring them together. Therefore, we need to choose the right combination of our actions. What should managers take into account in their work, both men and women? The right leader should choose a team of several men and women, such as a board of directors, that will understand the team correctly and have the right grasp of its tasks through group decisions, etc. Have the right understanding of their nature and of how to work with it in order to develop a middle line that would optimally take into account both approaches and produce the best result. Still, the result naturally will not be male or female. It'll be somewhere in between, some kind of compromise. And everyone will assure each other that if they do things one way, it'll turn out for the better, while others will say, not really. We must learn to live in the middle line.